Now funding on Kickstarter a brand new set of Halloween mask pins, vintage style pins designed by me, Kneon. Check it out at halloween.ninja. That's halloween.ninja. So Kevin Feige is a big fat loser. His words, not, but the fat. I added the fat. Kevin Feige feels like a loser now because he couldn't get the Blade movie off the ground. That is the least of Marvel's problems.
When I saw that, I was like, that part makes you feel like a loser, not that the fact that the MCU is in decline and it keeps getting worse and worse with each phase. No, that's because you couldn't get that movie made.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk about this coming out, that he feels like a loser because he couldn't get Blade greenlit or whatever. They went through multiple rounds of revisions. Apparently, it was supposed to be a bunch of female vampire slayers and also Blade.
They could have just, got Wesley Snipes back and made an actual Blade movie, but
so I have a theory that what happened was Wesley Snipes came back in the Deadpool movie and he was incredibly popular, and now Disney's like, oh, hey, maybe we could just bring Wesley Snipes back as Blade.
And we all know that Feige was pissed about the Deadpool movie because he wanted more control than he was allowed to have.
Yeah. So anyway, we're going to talk about this, Kevin Feige being a loser. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, get woohoo if you do.
Woohoo.
We've got more Clownfish TV podcasts and episodes you will not find anywhere else on more.clownfishtv.com. So check us out over there. And also, if you'd like to listen to the audio version of Clownfish TV, go to iTunes, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, wherever you listen to podcasts, Spotify. Thank you very much for that. So yeah, it's no secret Marvel has lost its way over the last couple of years. Even Time Magazine, which is usually very friendly to Disney, called it out and said, you guys are kind of sucking right now. And so he's saying he feels like a loser over that. But I want to throw this in there real quick before we talk about Kevin Feige. There's a rumor now, for those of you who didn't watch the Doomsday trailer, we did another video on that, so go check that one out. But the rumor, this is a potential spoiler, so whatever. The rumor is that all of this is being done to bring Robert Downey Jr. back as Iron Man in the MCU, to basically save the MCU, and that they're going to repurpose the Armor Wars Disney Plus series as an Iron Man movie, basically Iron Man 4.
But that's how many years down the road, and he's already how old?
Yeah, he's already, what, 60-ish? 60? He's
I don't know.
Like 60.
I'm just like,
he's going to be Iron Pappy.
You're 90.
Till you're 90, exactly. Well, I mean, they're probably looking at like, hey, we can drag the X-Men out, when they're 90, literally drag them out when they're 90, and people will go see them. So,
well, I don't think Patrick Stewart's not quite 90.
He's getting there. Ian McKellen, he's got to be, God,
I don't know how old he is.
He's got to be damn near 90 or older. So anyway, but yeah, so that's a rumor. That, again, this is a rumor, and we're going to talk about that because it goes along with Kevin Feige's failures. Basically, they failed so hard with the last couple phases of Marvel that the only solution they have is to bring Robert Downey Jr. back and basically kick out all the all new, all different Marvel characters.
Hey, not having more Ironheart is not a loss.
Yeah. Was it going to be like the Iron Man family, like Ironheart and War Machine?
I thought this was a War Machine, wasn't it? War Machine, yeah.
It's supposed to be Ironheart and War Machine, and people were pissed about all the stands. I mean, again, this is a huge rumor, but all the stands.
5 of them, and they're all accounts?
Yeah, and they're all like, wait, how dare you do Riri Williams dirty like that? And it's like, well, Ironheart was a huge failure, and it is almost assuredly confirmed that the end of Secret Wars is going to see Tony Stark proper coming back, and that this whole thing is a big elaborate plan to bring him back after they killed him, which means his sacrifice literally meant nothing. Mm-hmm. So that's a failure too. That's going to be a much bigger failure than not making another Blade movie. I'm just saying, like,
but he feels like a failure over that.
Yeah, he feels like a failure over that.
Not the entire company in shit, but he didn't get to make a Blade movie. So.
Yeah, so this comes from IGN. Marvel Studios boss Kevin Feige feels like a gigantic loser and failure over doomed Blade reboot with, I always screw his name up, Mahershala Ali, who's actually a very good actor. I think he would have been good. Mm-hmm. But, the movie...
No offense, it's nothing against him, no.
No, but the movie needed to be about Blade and not, a whole bunch of other female vampire slayers. That's stupid. So they announced that they were making the movie in 2019. They confirmed that Ali would feature as a new version of Blade, previously played by Wesley Snipes. 7 years later, the project appears to be dead in the water, despite enthusiasm from Ali and fans to see it eventually. Feige said, "We landed on modern day," in an interview, acknowledging that Blade's script had gone through 3 or 4 different incarnations, 2 of which were period pieces. What? "We didn't feel like, as we often do, you can have a good script and make it a great script through production." Wait. "We didn't feel like, as we often do, you can have a good script and make it a great script through production." Basically,
subpar scripts usually.
Yeah, we have a bare bones. I mean, talk about working in the Marvel style. So the Marvel style in comics was the writer would basically give the artist, for the longest time it worked this way. The writer would give the artist kind of carte blanche to do what they want to do. Like, here's basically what happens in the story. Make it work in 22 pages, and then we'll go back in, add the dialogue later, just hit these story beats. And it sounds like Marvel often shoots their movies without having a completed script.
What they're saying about the new Doomsday and stuff too, is that
fix it in post. It's like, well, you can only do so much.
And the thing is, I'm sorry, I just thought it was funny, like back to the thing about him saying gigantic loser and failure. That's okay. We all thought that already.
Yeah, well, I'm sure he is going to have to prove a lot to his new boss, to Josh D'Amaro, because it seems like they are paying particularly close attention to Marvel these days.
And if your job can be replaced with AI, it probably will be. So.
Yep. We didn't. Well, yeah, they already replaced him with AI and She-Hulk. They had a robot, Kevin Feige, with a ball cap and everything. We didn't feel confident we could do that on Blade. We didn't want to do that to Mahershala, and we didn't want to do that to us. In December, Mia Goth said she got a wig to wear for the 1920s Blade movie idea. I would have to reread that. Mia Goth got a wig to wear for the 1920s Blade movie idea. Okay. Before the setting was scrapped and the project was placed on hiatus. So they were going to do what? Like either a complete reboot or like a prequel to the
Sounds like the Sinners is popular. Let's go do that.
No, that's exactly.
Like to me.
That's exactly what it sounds like. Like, well, Sinners already did it. We can't really do this, right?
They're black, you're black. It's all great.
Yeah, right. Because we can't have 2 black vampire movies. So here's the thing that gets me too is like Blade actually kicked off Marvel in cinema. Like the Blade movies were crazy popular. I went to go see all of them in the theater. I love the first 2. We don't talk about the third one, but I love the first 2. And I think if Blade hadn't done as well as it did, I don't think we would have gotten X-Men, and I don't think we would have gotten the rest of the MCU, Spider-Man, all those movies without Blade. So for all this talk of like, well, Marvel fans don't want black superheroes. They just don't like the black, people and the bigots, Nazis. But yeah, so it didn't get very far. And all the treatments I heard it was just absolutely effing terrible.
So the treatments were getting the treatment.
Yeah, they were. So this is a podcast with Josh Horowitz. This is Kevin Feige. He said, "Should we go into a therapy session?" He replied when asked about it. "I'm feeling very excited. We got Wesley back for a time and Deadpool and Wolverine." That's not what I've heard, but okay. "And like a gigantic loser and failure, we didn't get off the ground with Mahershala. It's Mahershala, isn't it? Mahershala? They misspelled it. Anyway, but I'm not the only one. They misspelled his name. Yeah. So if that's it though, that's why you feel like a loser. It's not, devaluing Marvel in record time. It's not, having most people just like check out. It's not the Disney Plus shows failing miserably. All this other stuff. It's like, oh yeah, we couldn't do Blade. Most people forgot Blade was even going to happen.
I don't think anybody's even thinking about it. I thought it was toast a long time ago.
But yeah, so I don't know. I'm wondering how long he's going to be there.
I don't know, but it's just funny to me. His biggest failure is that he feels like, I feel like a giant failure. And I'm like, that's what makes you feel like a failure. Not the fact that the MCU's down the shithole. People are watching the new trailer for Doomsday and they're like, I don't feel anything.
Yeah.
Every movie was coming out from after Endgame on, basically when you had to make your own plan, it was getting worse and worse and worse at the box office. Lots of losses, lots of stupid, really bad, piss poor choices were being made. Basically, you're all like, let's just race swap, gender swap every character ever. And then it failed. But this one is making you feel like a giant failure. That's okay. We all knew you were a failure. for a while now. So.
Anyway, yeah, it looks like the game's getting canceled too because of all the bullshit. Like all the it's so weird to see, like, because I talked about games too. Like all of it is collapsing. Like all of the entertainment industry is collapsing, and then what we're seeing is people reacting to new stuff instead of reboots and reimaginings.
Yeah, and the audience they want to chase, the audience that they've been like, we're changing it all to chase this audience. They don't want that.
No, they don't want it. So I don't know.
Maybe you should have kept appealing to the old audience. I don't know.
Should have, yeah. You got to appeal to the old audience, keep them happy. They're your meal ticket, and then bring in the new people. But whatever. Anyway, let's wrap this one up, huh? Mm-hmm. We'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Now funding on Kickstarter, a brand new set of Halloween mask pins, vintage style pins designed by me, Kneon. Check it out at halloween.ninja. That's halloween.ninja.